Hello and welcome to the Tank Club. Today I am here with another Wayfinder video, and this time we're taking a look into some of my favourite accessories that are currently available in the game. Now, I know a lot of people are frustrated with accessories, and the reason for this is because they have a mega low drop rate. The Beastmaster accessories, for example, have a 0.5 chance to drop. Not only that, but you also have a chance to drop them at level 29 or 30 if you do a Sphere 2 Beastmaster, and then you also have the chance to drop with varying echo slots. So all in all, you'll find yourself needing to do potentially hundreds of clears to get accessory drops with level 30 and the correct echo slots that you want. So it's not ideal. Now, when looking for accessories, you need to be farming bosses and enemies that are close to power level 2313. At this level, you'll obtain a chance of level 29 and level 30 accessories. If you go too high, so let's say you farm in a Sphere 4 with really high level bosses, then you'll end up looting accessories that are level 31 and higher, which you are not able to use. You also don't need to use imbuements when farming unless you want a certain accessory that drops with a specific imbuement, such as the Gloom Monstrosity set, which you get when you've got a Shadow imbuement active. It's good to note that there are some decent accessory sets where you gain additional stats when you equip 2 or 3 pieces from the same set, but you don't always need to equip a set, as sometimes using individual 1 pieces can be just as good, if not better. If you are newer to the game, it might be worth checking out the accessories you're able to craft and try to pick up some crafted pieces to use while you farm the actual sets and the farmable pieces that you need to get. So first, let's have a look at weapon power accessories. There are 2 strong sets that you can use for a weapon power build. The first one is the Beastmaster set. Now, if you use all 3 pieces, you get a weapon power, health and break power buff. You obviously get this from the Beastmaster boss, and the pieces you get from this Fang of the Beast, which is the first piece, and this comes weapon power, health and crit rating. You got Feather of War, which comes with crit power, weapon power and health. And then the Master's Horn, which is a crafted piece. This comes with break power, weapon power and health. It's a really nice set for a number of different builds. It combines damage, break power and survival, which will help a lot of players in a lot of different Wayfinder content. You've then got the Blade and Thorn set, and the bonuses for using all 3 pieces here include crit rating, weapon power and break power. This is from the Storm Twins. So you get Brel's Gloves that drop with crit rating, crit power, weapon power. Art of Blades, which is weapon power, crit rating and health, and then the Briar Hilt, which is crafted, and this is crit rating, break power and weapon power. This is a much more damage focused set with a lot more crit but less survival benefits. You will benefit from potentially higher damage thanks to all of those crit bonuses, so this is a really good one that you get from the Storm Twins. Now, if you did want to go for full weapon power stacking on your build, you can also go with the biggest weapon power accessories that are not part of a set, but they will help you reach huge amounts of weapon power. The first one is going to be the Bone Doll, which is just a solid amount of weapon power. This comes from the Bone Orchid, and you want to do it on Sphere 2. You got the Bright Burnt Scarf, which is also just a huge amount of weapon power. You can get this from any 2-3-1-3 zone with a solo imbuement. And then you've got Last Breath, which is another weapon power one, which comes from a couple of different bosses, but the Dread Legion is one of them. Next, we've got ability power accessories, and again we have 2 decent sets you can use, and we have the individual accessories that can be combined to give big amounts of ability power. So we've got the Gloom Monstrosity set. This gives you ability power and crit power, and these pieces just come from any 2-3-1-3 zone when you've got a Shadow imbuement active. So you've got Bottle of Shadows, it comes with crit rating, weapon power, crit power, Essence of Night with resilience, crit power and ability power, and then Shadow Ink Journal. This is crafted, and this comes with health, crit power and ability power. This can be a decent set to pick up, as it can be found in many different locations as long as you use a Shadow imbue. It has a few wasted stats, however. If you are trying to focus into AP, then the Bottle of Shadows has no AP benefit. It's got weapon power instead, but it's an overall decent set. For a better set, we've got the Hazardous Quarry set, and the bonuses for this are ability power and crit power. You've got the Spore Pendant that comes with ability power, crit rating, mag defense. It's a crafted piece. You've got the Accursed Bracer, which is crit power, ability power, and this comes from Mara's the Grand Deceiver. And then you've got Spider's Fang, which is crit power, ability power, and crit rating. And this comes from the Dread Legion. So this is a harder to farm set, but it's much more optimized for damage with a lot of AP and crit. If you only want to farm one solid set, then this would be the one to go for rather than the Gloom Monstrosity set. So this is a nicer set if you're looking to perform more damage. Now, if you wanted to go with AP stacking and go as high as possible, you can use some individual pieces that are not part of a set. These include Horn of the Deceiver, which is just a big stack of AP from Mara's the Grand Deceiver. You got the Deceiver's Ring, which is crit power, mag defense, and ability power again from Mara's once again. And then you've got Burned Out Tracer, which is another stack of AP. And you get this from the repository on Sphere 4. You need to do the little event there to get that. Now we've got our last few accessories that I kind of like that might be useful for some builds. First, we've got these ones for anyone who might be a crit stacker. We've got Ring of the Absurdity, which is just a big stack of crit rating. This comes from the Trickster event. You've got Mini Totem, which is just a big stack of crit power. And all you've got to do for this one is free people from the little jail cells in the woods. And then you've got the chance at getting the Mini Totem. You've also got a set, the Wayfarer's Creed set. This comes from Chaos Imbued Zones. Obviously, one of the pieces is crafted, so you just do any zone that's 2313 with the Chaos Imbue, and you've got a chance to get this. And that can be a nice little set to use if you are trying to focus heavily into crit. Now, not many people are focusing on crit at the moment, so these are not as frequently used, especially since the Hazardous Quarry set will buff you with AP and crit, and then Blade of the Thorn does the opposite with weapon power and crit. So sometimes people don't just want to stack crit, they also want to stack weapon power with crit or AP with crit, at which point there are some other more beneficial sets. The last set that I quite like to use is the Fervor set, which comes from a solo imbued zone, so any 2313 zone with a solo imbue and the one piece crafted. This is a nice little set that which I've been trying on my Wingrave tanky DPS build because it gives you HP, weapon power and break power, and it seems easier to get than Beastmaster. So this could be a really good set to use in between getting some of the other ones, especially if you are trying to go for a build that does have a bit more tankiness to it, that has good break power and a bit of health in there as well. Then this one could be a set to use. So that was my list of my favourite Wayfinder accessories. What are your favourite accessories to use in the game? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. For more Wayfinder content and builds, you can check out my website, thetankclub.com, and join us over on Discord. All of my links are in the description below. Thank you to all of our Patreons and YouTube members for the amazing support, and thank you also for watching this video. Bye bye for now.